Hello, my name is Karen Murray and I'm a hepatitis C clinical nurse specialist at Lincoln County Hospital.
Hello Karen, thank you so much for coming to tell us about your career pathway today. Would you be able to just give us a resume of sort of where you started off to where you've come to be in your specialist role, and please?
Yes, of course I can. I left school at 16. I got a job working in GP surgery as a receptionist where I stayed for 3 years. I really liked working with people, but I didn't like the job. I wanted to be a police officer. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into the police force and I ended up in nursing by default. Struggled for the first 6 weeks of nursing, then things clicked and I absolutely loved it. Qualified as an enrolled nurse in 1987, which would be the equivalent of probably a band 4. So started working in acute medicine, carried on through coronary care, high dependency, where eventually in 1996 I converted to RGN.
Okay.
So
where did you do your conversion course?
It was at Grantham Hospital.
Okay.
So my training was based at Grantham Hospital and then conversion. So I carried on the same unit. Always had a yearning to go into mental health. Absolutely loved drug and alcohol. Thought about working with adolescents. So I chased my dream. Went on the bank. Went to work in a school with adolescents with behavioural problems, which then led to me travelling down to Cambridge every day on the train to convert as an RMN.
Wow.
So I qualified in 2002. Before all of this, I'd worked in probation as well, and I'd worked as a residential care officer with children. So when I qualified, I came back to the trust and had a yearning to go forward, so I worked in prisons. And I've worked in prisons in various roles, including a drug worker. I was a tutor at one stage teaching prisoners, and then I just set up a clinical drug treatment service, which was a flagship for the NTA.
Wow.
In between all of this, I went to work at Queen's Medical Centre as a hepatitis C nurse specialist in the community, taking up a post in research for a year as well. And that would be the equivalent to a band 7, so it was quite a big jump from a 5 to a 7, but absolutely loved it. It was only a year's contract, so I then went to work in police cells as a drug worker, custody worker, as a band 6. What did I do after that? I left, went to work at Queen's Medical Centre as drug and alcohol liaison nurse at a band 6. Saw this post and I thought, yes, that's me. So in 2010 I applied for this post and I've been here for 9 years.
Wow.
Yep, as a band 7.
Can I just take you back a little bit in terms of your RMN training?
Yes.
How long did it take you to convert from sort of adult to that sort of qualification?
It was 14 months.
Okay.
Because I was an RGN at the time, it wasn't fundable, so I self-funded.
Right, okay.
I wasn't eligible for a bursary, so I worked at the weekend as an RGN to fund it.
Okay, cool. So you're dual trained?
I'm dual trained, I'm triple trained.
Triple trained?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now, you've obviously worked at ULHT for quite some time now, in your last role of 9 years. If you were to say to people that are just embarking on their career pathways, what would you say about the organisation in terms of how to, working for it?
I think be clear on what you want to do. Take your time and explore. Consider what your interests are and where your interests lie, and how you're going to get there, and seek support to do it.
Do you think that the organisation allows you to do that?
It depends on which way you want to go.
Right.
My route was slightly different.
Yes.
It is slightly different.
Yes.
I'm embarking on a PhD at the moment, so that is totally different
Yeah,
from
of
what you
course.
would expect from the norm. So
Yes.
I think it's about being really considering what you want to achieve,
Yeah.
and for the trust and for its patients.
Yeah.
And certainly for me, it's working frontline, clinical, and doing research.
Thank you so much.
That's
That's
all right.
perfect. Thank you.